Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Come on in. Rise and shine. Let's see. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see if we can get Instagram sorted out. All right, let's see if that works. Hello, good morning. I'll start by introducing myself as always. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I am a boy mom times two. I am a home cooker, as my boys used to call me when they were little. I've been on a health and wellness journey for forever, right? But I've been taking it really seriously these last 3 years. I'm down 70 pounds with at least 30 more to go. I'm very close to a major milestone. Super excited about that. So on my channel, I just show you guys the substitutions that I've made from the foods that I used to love to the foods that love me back. I had a food sensitivity test, which was an inside cheek swab and then some hair samples. So I have a list of foods that I can have and a list of foods that I have to avoid. I just got to remember to get my devices down. I'm going to go ahead and start with my beverage. I just hopped on for a little bit this morning. I am doing my weekly egg fast. Anytime I'm in the kitchen, I said I'd bring you guys in with me, and clearly I need a beverage. So I'm going to be making coffee this morning. I'm using the Keurig. Hello, come on in. Please remember to like the video on your way in if you like what I'm doing, and if you want to shout out where you're watching from, I'd be happy to share that. So inside my cup, just a regular mug, one of the things that came back from my sensitivity test is that I was more acidic, and so I needed to drink more alkaline water. And you guys have heard me talk about this. You can buy alkaline water in the store in the 1 liter bottles already made. In my opinion, it's expensive, so I just put a few drops in every beverage and it turns regular water into alkaline water. And for me, that's important because what I found out is that the water that I was drinking wasn't staying to hydrate me. I was just drinking, and it was just going through. So now I'm more hydrated, which is important for everyday and, health and wellness and weight loss. For sweetener, I try to avoid sugar. So I'm going to finish the rest of this. This is Skinny Syrups. This is from Fall, the pumpkin caramel scone. I've got a whole cart over there of different flavors. So I'm not even going to waste my time with the pump. I'm just going to pour liberally because I like sweet. I think I'm just going to finish it. If it's too sweet, oh well. All right, and then for creamer, I can't have cow dairy, so I'll show you what I'm using for creamer. All right. So you can use almond milk, but you can also get almond creamers. This one is Almond Breeze. This one does have a little bit extra sugar. I really should be using unsweet almond milk, but I like the creaminess and the flavor. So I'm going to pour this in. I like my coffee light and sweet, so if you drink yours black, please do. And I just swirl a little bit. So we got our alkaline drops. We have our pumpkin caramel sugar-free syrup. So that's kind of like the pump flavors that you would get in the coffee shop, and almond creamer. I'm going to put this underneath the Keurig and let it brew. Okay, great. So if you saw the title of the video, I'm doing an egg fast. I do this once a week. I'm going to be having fried eggs this morning, so I'll show you guys my technique for making what I think is scrumptious fried egg. But on my plan, I usually eat lean protein, some veggies and starches, no, some veggies and fruits, very little starch, and pretty much no sugar. So if you've been on here, you see that I like to eat and I love to cook. And so I try to make substituted recipes for stuff that you would cook for the family or that you would actually want to eat. Once a week, I do an egg fast, and on the egg fast, all I eat are apples and eggs for one day. I do it one day, once a week, never back to back. But I've got some travel goals, and I'm very close to a milestone, so I'm trying to be very strict for the month of March. All right, let me get my coffee. So again, just regular Folgers. Like I said, I like it light and sweet. Okay, it's very sweet, but I'm happy with it. I just wanted to use the rest of this, so next time, probably about half of what I put in, but it's sugar-free. Okay, so the egg fast, it's just a day to reset. For me, I weigh every day. I shared that with you guys just to kind of, get over the shock of seeing the number on the scale. And I weighed this morning, and I'm going to weigh tomorrow morning per usual. And I'm hoping I can drop a couple of pounds. Anytime my weight kind of stagnates, I do the egg fast. I also do it before or after a vacation or a holiday when I know I'm going to enjoy myself. All right, so for the fried eggs I'm using my this isn't cast iron, copper skillet. You want a good nonstick skillet, and then I'm gonna put butter in the pan, but because I can't have regular cow dairy, I'll show you guys the butter that I'm using. If you've been here before, you already know. I didn't even know this was a thing, but goat's butter is available at Whole Foods. You can also get it online. It's been a lifesaver for me. As you can see, I use it all the time. It's a UK brand called Delamere, and it's basically, butter. It looks like butter, cooks like butter, tastes like butter, but it's made from, hey, Thai fly. For me, it's made from goat's milk instead of cow's milk, and I'm sensitive to cow's milk, so this is the substitution that I use. All right, so let me get a knife. All right, so I'm just gonna cut a healthy pat of goat's butter. For me, for my fried eggs, I like that crispy layer at the bottom and then nice and soft on top. Not runny, but not hard fried. Okay, I'm going to be doing probably 4 eggs. So I have a nice healthy pat of butter, and I'm gonna put it in the skillet, and then I'm gonna turn it on and let it melt down. So on most plans, whenever you're on a meal plan or weight loss or whatever, usually they give you something like a small breakfast, a mid-morning snack, a medium lunch, an afternoon snack, and then, a sensible or, dinner is like the largest meal of the day. That doesn't work for me. One of the things that I've learned, I wake up hungry. So if I could eat at 8, I would. But usually ripping and running and, taking care of stuff, I don't get around to it. So now, which is like mid-morning for me, I usually eat like a mid-morning meal around brunch time and then a late afternoon meal like 3 or 4. So I eat about 2 meals a day. So on the egg fast, you can have 8 or 9 eggs cooked anyway. You just can't do the cheese and that other stuff. So literally either eggs and apples or eggs and strawberries. So 8 or 9 eggs, and then an apple with each meal, and then an apple for snack. Hey, Grendel. Or strawberries, you could do like, 8 strawberries per meal. All right, so let's see how our butter is doing. So it's nice and melted. I like to go ahead and start cooking once it's foamy like this. Butter can go from melted to burnt brown very quickly, like you're making toffee, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put this back on the stove, and then I'll tell you guys the technique. It's simple, but it's good to know. Okay, I already know my stove kind of tilts to the back, so whenever I put anything on that skillet cold, it's going to lean back. So I have regular whole eggs here. Like I said, I'm going to do 4, and that's all I'm going to have, plus an apple. So you want to get your stove hot or your skillet hot, because when you crack the egg, then it'll set in where you crack it. If the skillet is cold, it will run. So let's go ahead and crack our eggs. Okay, I'll wash my hands and then tell you guys what I did. I went ahead and did 5 eggs. I probably should have let the skillet get a little bit hotter, but if you saw, I rotated the skillet because I know my stove tilts, so that I wanted to fill up any gaps where there was a hole. So we have just 5 eggs in the skillet. I'm just going to salt them, a little bit of pepper, and just let them sit. Do I want to crack my yolks? What do you guys say? Leave the yolks or crack the yolks? I'm on the fence. I got to decide, right? I'm going to go ahead and crack the yolks, which just means I get the corner of my spatula and I just tap on the yolk. You need to do it before it sets, so that it'll run a little bit, because I want it to flatten out and cook, I guess, quickly. All right, so I'm gonna leave the eggs uncovered with the butter layer on the bottom. That's gonna give us that nice crispiness. If you put a top over it, then it will steam and you'll have like a poached egg on the inside. If you leave them uncovered, you'll have kind of that sunny side up. All right. Excuse me. Still love it. It's sweet but good. All right. So while our eggs are cooking, I'm gonna clean up. I got a few packages that came in, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the egg fast. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in. I'm just going to be sharing with you guys some things as I think of them. When I leave today, I'll be going to service shortly. I've got some travel mugs. I run these through the dishwasher. Of course, they're usually in the cabinet, but I put them next to my purse. I've shared with you all that the Panera close to me has a subscription service. I still have some tea in the fridge. I'll show you. They have an unlimited beverage subscription service. Hey, William, I'll get to that in just a second. I get all of my beverages unsweet, and then I keep these in my purse or keep them in the car. Skinny Syrups has these. They're called Flavor Bursts. They have vanilla, mocha, caramel. They have so many different flavors. So I'll get unsweet beverages, and then I'll sweeten them myself with my 0 calorie. Just checking on my eggs. If you're not ready to give up your foods, that's totally fine. We all do it when we're ready, but you can save a lot of extra sugar and calories by looking at your beverages and your condiments. So that's an easy way to start to switch. Thank you. William, I'm working on a body harness. Man, William says, y'all, I'm working on the camera view. I have someone working on like an over the stove thing. I think this is month 2 of Maggie, the substitute teacher, but I do appreciate the feedback. Thank you for letting me know. And my dad even told me when I hold stuff up, I need to hold it longer. So I'll do that for you. All right, so we have our eggs cooking and I did crack the yolks. So what I'm doing now, I just kind of jiggle them in the pan to make sure that they don't stick. If I flip them over, then I would get the, and I could flip them over. I would get the hard butter crust on both sides, but I just kind of crack my yolks and I'm letting them kind of cook like this in the skillet. Just a little bit longer and we'll be done. I was going to say something, but I can't remember what. It'll come back to me. All right, we'll do some unboxing while we're waiting on these eggs. Just putting my ingredients away. So I'm going to be eating apples today. My apples are looking kind of sad. And like I said, anytime I see fruit that's starting to look like, you know what, use me or lose me, I go ahead and use it. Also, like I told you all, I have some spring break travel plans, which where I live is the first week of April. And so that's another good little tip, try to cut back on your shopping when you know you're going to be traveling and try to make the most of what you have. So I'm just going to wash this apple and cut it up. Okay, good. I just wanted to loosen them off the pan. I think I'm going to go ahead and plate them, and then I'm going to core and cut my apple. Usually when I eat my apple, I smear it with goat cheese and drizzle it with my honey substitute, but not today, not on the egg fast. So like I said, I do this once a week, and you can drop like a couple pounds. I'm not trying to do anything drastic, but I'll tell you in a second. Let me get my plate. Since I weigh myself every day, one of the things I was hoping is that my weight would just kind of always go down. For me, it doesn't. I hold and then I drop and then I hold and then I drop. So I do the egg fast when I've been holding to kind of get me back into weight loss again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take my eggs out. Since this is nonstick, I have my square plate that I like to use. So I'm just going to plate these. So hopefully you can see I did crack my eggs. You can see that they're a little bit runny, but I'm going to go ahead and cut into them and eat and then do the apple. Good thing I like eggs. They're a great source of protein. Oh, well, let me see if I can show you guys the bottom. You can see underneath we have that nice like fried egg. And if I had turned them over in the skillet, I would have that on both sides. All right. Let's see. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Set on the bottom, nice and soft. It's weird that this can sustain you, but it can. And again, just for one day, just to kind of give your body time to, process the stuff that kind of sits there. One of the things that I learned when I did my sensitivity test, there are some things that we eat and your body kind of burns through it like fuel and you're running like a race car. And then there are some things that you eat that it's like, just kind of sits there and hangs around. That's what I found out when the metabolic specialist looked at me. She said, you know, you're really not that big. You just have a lot of inflammation. I had never heard that before. So when I did my test and I got my results, which is that list on the fridge, it was a lot of stuff that I had been eating every day. For example, chicken, coffee, citrus, dairy, gluten. I was like, what the heck am I supposed to eat? So that's where the substitutions came in. But I've since been retested, and a lot of things have fallen off the list. So again, I always say it's not what you eat from time to time, it's what you eat all the time. So that's what's worked for me. All right, I'm gonna core my apple in case you guys have one of these at home. I thought it was just a vegetable peeler. It is, but it's also an apple core. You can put it inside your apple and then just twist and go around. And if it's pretty symmetrical, you'll get, it's dripping, hold on. Watch out my egg. You just go around and then it pulls out the whole apple core and you can toss it. If you guys have seen, I can do a dessert with the baked apple. You basically take out the core, stuff it with the butter or goat's butter for me. This one wasn't symmetrical, so I still have a little bit of seeds in there. Cinnamon, brown sugar or brown sugar substitute for me. Put it in the air fryer or underneath the broiler. 30 minutes. Hold on, I'm still eating, y'all. I really eat what I cook here. Put in a little ramekin with some water. Put it on the air fryer. This skin, when you pinch it, will come off like one whole sheet. And you have that mushy, like sweet baked apple with butter and cinnamon. All right, but today I'm not doing that on the apple fast. I mean the egg and apple fast. I'm just gonna cut it and eat it in sections. I'm not a chef, I'm just a home cooker. That's what the boys used to call me. I don't know what kind of apple this is, but it's really good to me. My palate has completely changed. Getting off of sugar was hard. I was cranky for about 2 weeks and nauseous, but now things that are naturally sweet taste a lot sweeter to me. All right. Have you guys already eaten today? Today's a good day for Sunday brunch. Oh, William, if you're still on, if you have a link to that harness that you think I should have, put it in the chat so I can look it up. I didn't even know there was such a thing. All right. No fancy presentation today, you guys. Literally, I just have my eggs and my apples. But I'll do a little bit of unboxing. I had a couple packages come in. So let me put this in my mouth and get some packages for you. I shop online a lot, not just because I want to. Well, yeah, because I want to. But that's also been a key to my success. These came from Walmart. So I use Amazon Prime, Walmart Plus, Instacart, and Shipt because when I find the ingredients that are approved for me that I actually like, because this has been a journey of trying all kind of stuff, and I'm like, I'm not having that again. What I do is that I go ahead and order them online. Allergy season. Anybody else struggling? So that I always have them in stock because you don't want to, hey Tracy, come on in. You don't want to be looking for your ingredients when you're hungry and you're out. Travel. Want to make sure we have all of our supplies. All right, let's see what else. Got a big box. Here I come. So again, these subscription services, pick the one that works for you. With $100 a year, that turns up to like what? $2 a week. So for me, it's definitely worth it to not have to, fight traffic and go shopping. I work from home, thankfully. So if I don't have to go out, I won't. All right, a lot of packaging, but someone was on earlier asking about how to a substitute for soda. So you guys have probably seen these Clear American. I think this is a Walmart brand. Sparkling water. You can also get it. My shirt is not cooperating. You can also get it in the 1 liters, but it's flavored sparkling water, 0 calories, 0 sugar. I think I suggested try going from like cola to clear soda, and then from clear soda to sparkling water. You can also put a pump of the flavor in it. And then for cocktails too, one night I wanted a little nightcap, so I did the skinny syrups. They have some Margarita Mixes, and again, these are all 0 calories, 0 sugar. This one is left over from the holidays. Spiced cranberry, a shot of vodka, and then some sparkling water with ice. It was excellent. Just 1 glass to help you wind down. I'm not a big drinker, but there are options for alcoholic beverages without all that extra sugar. Let's see what Tracy said. Tracy says, I tried the bell pepper recipe and it turned out so good. Yay! That makes me so happy. You guys, look, I love to eat, obviously. And I'll let you know if something's good. Now, my palate has changed. So sometimes when I say, oh, this is really good, I really appreciate you guys coming in and saying, I tried this and it was good or it didn't work for me. Because here's the deal. In order for me to be successful, I have to find something that I can continue to do for the rest of my life. And that's why you all are here to hold me accountable. How many times have we done diets? And there's nothing wrong with Weight Watchers and Nutrisystem. I've done all of that. But you suffer through eating food that you don't like. You get the weight off. And then as soon as you get the weight off, what do? You go back to eating what you used to eat. And then it comes on plus more. I've struggled. I've carried my weight around all of my life. But now at 46, in my 40s, the extra weight started to turn into health problems. So I was borderline cholesterol, now it's normal. Elevated blood pressure, now it's normal. And elevated cholesterol, now it's normal without any medication. So for me, the way that I feel and having, better doctor's visits, just to be frank, it's worth it for me because I will continue to eat this way because I actually look forward to my own food. I love to travel and I like to splurge and I like holidays and all of that. I'm not the food police. Please believe if you can have it for me. But some of the foods that I liked weren't liking me back. So if you guys ever try anything of mine and you like it, I really appreciate you saying so. Yesterday, Veggie was asking about the fish tacos recipe. So I will get a little template together and make recipes so you guys can follow. Or you're welcome to use these videos and then pause them and do them step by step. Last thing I'll say, and then I'm going to head out. I'm going to go to service. And then, y'all, I'm going to the circus today. I don't know why. You know how you say, oh, that'll be fun. And then the day comes and you're like, I'm going to be in a tent with animals. If you ever want to cook in real time with me, we do have cook-alongs here, which means you pick whatever you like, and you get your ingredients and I'll get my ingredients. And what we'll do is we'll set a time, that's convenient. I'll bring you on the screen. If you want to set up, maybe William, maybe you have a that body cam thing, or what did you call it? Body harness. I got my little tablet here, y'all. I just got started. So thank you for bearing with me. And we'll go through the steps and I'll narrate you through each step. You can make the full flavor version and I'll make the substitute version. We did it with crab cakes, so you can go back and see my crab cakes cook along. And then we also did a squash lasagna cook along. It was excellent. So this is all I'm eating for this morning. Then I'm going to finish the apple. Again, on the egg fast, fried egg, omelet, boiled egg, poached egg, and apples. So I'm going to take a couple apples with me to hold me over. And then when I come back at the end of the day, I'll do maybe an omelet or something else. And just water, tea, and coffee. And let's see how we do. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I hope you have a great Sunday. And I don't know the time, but sometime after the circus, I'll be back. All right, you guys. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I'll see you.